And as if that isn't messed up enough, around that same time, Mr. Prada posts this video on TikTok of himself dancing. And right now, no one is sure if he posted it before or after Dr. Nick's murder. But anyway, then Mr. Prada rolls Dr. Nick up in a tarp and he drags the body out of his apartment building and he loads him into, not his own car, but into Dr. Nick's car. And he steals the car and he drives along the highway and he dumps the body on the side of the road near a ditch, allegedly. Then he drives back home to his apartment to clean up the mess he made. The next day, someone is driving by and they spot the tarp on the side of the road and they're like, hey, that looks suspicious. So they call police. So police come out and they investigate and they find Dr. Nick's body in the tarp. And when they see the state his body is in, they know this was a murder. And they know this is Dr. Nick. So they start looking for Dr. Nick's car because his car is missing. The next day, they spot it in some surveillance footage, and it's parked in a local shopping center. And they're able to get some footage of the person driving the car, aka Mr. Prada. But at this point, police don't know who Mr. Prada is. To them, he's just some random guy. So they release some screenshots of this footage to the public on social media. Like, hey, does anyone know who this guy is? And almost immediately, people respond like, yeah, that's Mr. Prada. The day after that, police spot Dr. Nick's car again. This time, it's out driving around. And so, bam, they try and pull it over. Now, Mr. Prada is, of course, in this car driving, and he sees the red and blue lights in his rear view, and he's like, oh, and I guess he doesn't want to go to prison, so instead of stopping, he suddenly throws it in reverse, and pow, he hits the police car. Although I'm not sure he hit the car very hard. But then, skirt, he speeds away and kaboom, he crashes the car. And then he jumps out and he ditches the car and he runs away. And someone actually got a little footage of him running away. You can see it here. And here's a picture of Dr. Nick's car and you can see it. It's all banged up. Now, Mr. Prada gets away, but police, they've now identified him. So they know who he is. So they go and get a warrant and they search his apartment. And I guess he did a horrible job cleaning up after himself because they find a ton of blood and some possible murder weapons.